cactus and succulent growers, I'm Lynn, and welcome to Desert Plants of Avalon. And in today's video I'm going to be moving the small growing euphorbias that I have here in my polytunnel back into my grow room for the winter months. Now it's the end of October at the moment, and I have to say it's been really mild, so I've been able to keep a lot of the non-cold hardy cacti and succulents still out here. But obviously although it's forecasted mild for the next week or two, it can drop like a ton of bricks overnight. Euphorbias are not cold hardy. They need a minimum of 10 degrees Celsius, which is about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So because of that, I have to bring them in for the winter and overwinter them in my grow room. They've had an amazing time out here for the spring and summer and into the fall. In the polytunnel, they've been growing really well. And this is what I've got to work with today. These are all of my smaller growing euphorbia. And by smaller growing, I mean they're not the tall cereus types. I've got them as well in the polytunnel that are also going to be coming in, but on a different day. I'm going to be bringing the taller cereus euphorbias into the grow room when I bring my cereus cacti that are not cold hardy, because I have them all in the same place. So that's going to be for another video for you. Today, it's going to be all these buttes here that are going to be coming in. And if I was to keep these out for the winter, I'd have to maintain a winter temperature of 10 degrees C, 50 Fahrenheit, which is just too expensive for me to do. So I have to bring them into the grow room. But they're all pretty much coming towards the end of their winter, so the end of their rest, coming towards their rest, I should say now. In my experience, euphorbias tend to carry on growing for me into the fall as well. So they're not fully dormant like a lot of the cacti are. And I'm going to show you what they look like when they're put away in my grow room. I've also got a few more I'm going to be bringing in, euphorbias. All of the smaller growing, as I mentioned, this lovely Euphorbia polycantha that I've had since I was in my early 20s, so over 30 years old. This I have leaning here against the table. This has to come in. And also this lovely Euphorbia mammillaris corn cob as well. That is also a beautiful one, as well as my many others. So they're coming in today. I'm just going to give you a quick scooty to show you my other euphorbias I'm going to be bringing in too. I've got here my Euphorbia sudanica as well. That is a beautiful leafy growing beauty. Loses its leaves in the winter, comes into lovely leaf during the winter time. So this one is going to be coming in also, because it's still not a tall one. And also my Euphorbia tiracali here. This one is also going to be coming in too. But I'll show you my other tall euphorbias that I've got. I've got here these euphorbias here, Euphorbia ingens, and other ones at the back that will need to come in, but because they're tall, they're going to need to come into my other grow room. Well, some of them are going to go into the same grow room, but they're going to be coming in at the same time. I bring my other non-cold hardy tall cereus plants, such as some of my Pilosa cereus and others. So that's going to be another day, as I mentioned. So guys, this is what I've got to work with. All fun and games today. Oh yes, my Euphorbia milli as well is going to be coming in. Look at that, that's well hung over. It's actually, because of the height of it, it's actually bent a little bit, so may have to prune this back. Not quite sure, but that's going to be coming in as well today. And as I mentioned, all of these euphorbias on the table. Now, what I normally do when I bring all cacti and succulents, I do it as a series of videos, which I'm going to be doing, of course, Euphorbia today. However, rather than show you the whole thing of taking a few plants, this is then put away, this is then put away, I'm going to actually show you what it looks like when it's all away in the grow room. I'm going to take you upstairs now into my grow room to show you the space I've got there. I've given it a really good clean and cleaned all the trays. I'm then going to show you the empty-ish grow room, and then I'm going to show you all of these plants put away and do a little bit of a tour when they're all put away so you can see what it looks like. So these are the ones I'm working with, and do stay tuned, as I say, when this is all, after this is all done. I'm going to be having a lot of plants I'm going to be bringing in for the winter months as well. I've got some special cacti, some astrophytums that are quite young or special that need to come in. So I'm going to make some space in my kitchen window for them as well, and also some special gymnos. So not cold, not necessarily, they can be cold hardy, but ones that are a bit special, ones to keep an extra eye on are coming in. So that's also going to be a series of videos. So then guys, this is all the euphorbias, and now I'm going to show you my grow room. Now here is my grow room, all sort of emptied and all ready for the euphorbias to go in. And I've got all the trays all nice and cleaned. And I'll just show you here, I've got some euphorbias already in this window, and some other plants as well. Mostly all euphorbias, as you can see. And I've got my Cissus quadrangularis growing there in the window. And I have my little Euphorbia obesus here as well. And my Albumania pectinifera. That's one I brought in from the Polytunnel a few days ago because the nights were getting chilly. But as I mentioned, I've got a lot of smaller cacti that do need to be coming into the grow room as well as all the tall serious ones. And my taller euphorbias, more obesus and globosas there. And Euphorbia monstrose there. And as you can see, a little Espostoa. Mixture of a few things. And my Idria columnaris. That in the corner there has lovely little leaves on it. That sort of grows in the autumn time and then sort of goes dormant during the summer. And my monodinium there. So that's them. And I've got all this space here to put the smaller euphorbias. And then all these trays. As I mentioned, I'm going to be bringing a lot of plants over the next few days into this grow room, but it's just going to be the euphorbias that I'm going to be focusing on. The sort of taller ones are going to be going at the sides, and I'm going to be leaving these trays then for some of the haworthias and some of my other not so cold hardy ones. And just show you here, I've got a few hanging plants as well, some epiphyllums and some ripsalis and a lot of hoyas all there. And also my hanging basket stand where I have a lot of ripsalis also on. I've also got some ripsalis in the yard that are going to be coming in. So then this is my grow room. Trays are all nice and cleaned. And now, as I mentioned, I'm going to be bringing in the euphorbias on the table and going to be showing you what it looks like when it's all done. Now guys, I said I'd show you when it's all put away in the grow room, but I'm just going to show you what the window is now. We've put some in the window, a mixture of many different types of euphorbias, as I mentioned. And these, all from this side here, is all what we brought in from the Polytunnel here. And some Euphorbia spirostichas and the Stella spinas and all these wonderful beauties here. So that's the windowsill full of variety of mostly small euphorbia, a few other plants as well obviously. And these grow, the trays now we've got here is where we're going to be putting the bigger ones. Woohoo! That's all of the euphorbias put away here in my grow room. And I've put a mirror here onto this side of this table because there's no window on this side, and normally I just put them there and don't worry about it. I have the grow lights, as you can see. I've actually got a couple of them on now just to show you what it looks like. So when I bring all the other plants that are not cold hardy onto these tables here, on dark overcast days I can have the grow lights on. Light isn't a necessity, so much a necessity in winter when they are just overwintering. You can even overwinter cacti and succulents in north facing windows and in rooms where you don't have much light because they're just resting. But I always find that plants seem to do better if they can have some light, so I like to have the grow lights on just for a few hours a day on the overcast days. And also grow lights are like mobile windows. They add a bit of light here, as you can see, where there isn't windows. A good trick though, as I mentioned, is to put a mirror in dark places as well because it reflects the light. So I've got my larger euphorbias here, my big polygona, my tiracali, and my variegated mammillariuses, the Euphorbia mammillariuses, my big Pseudonica at the back there, and my other large euphorbia. They then get extra light in the dark corner, not only from the grow light, but also the light here, this big mirror here that reflects light back onto them, both from the grow light and also from the natural light from the window. In the winter, it's just good to give them as much of a boost as you can, and it's reflecting on it. It's made a massive difference to the room by putting this mirror here. I can't believe it. It's lit up this whole corner, so it's brilliant. So I've got them there, and as I say, I've got a lot more plants to bring in, so there's plenty of room here. Already showed you the ones in the window. So this is what the euphorbias I've put away here, all different types here, and this is my ocotillo that sort of drops its leaves during summer, then it will regrow them again. I've got the very beginnings of new little leaves coming on this, so this one I'm going to have to still lightly water over the next few weeks. Some of my euphorbias, as I say, also love to grow. This is actually an alaudia, this one here, and it's all coming into leaf at the moment. So that is also one I'm going to have to still keep watering while it's in leaf. Then it drops all of its leaves then once it goes dormant. Very similar to ocotillo, and often called the false ocotillo, but it's an alaudia. Beautiful plant. Sorry about the sun coming in, guys. This is getting a lot of natural sun. As I say, it's a great window here. And as I mentioned, my other little euphorbia, smaller ones. These are ones I got from my wonderful friend Clyde Morris. Morris Park in the Ozarks. His lovely spirostichas and all of his other little euphorbias he gave me, growing absolutely remarkable. And then here's some more euphorbias. And then here I have my medusas, Euphorbia medusas, the Flanagani. That's also done really well over the summer. Another Euphorbia, some medusa. This is Burple. I can never remember the name of this. Burplefolia crossed with Suzanne, and it's a one I've also had for a very long time also. Got it as one little piece, and now it's sort of grown into a lovely clumping plant over time. This is also a lovely one as well here. So, and as I say, lots more space, so do stay tuned for lots more videos when I bring all, pardon me, all of my other not so cold hardy plants in for the winter. I'm going to be bringing some of the Haworthias in as well, and other types. So it is very sunny at the moment, so sorry about the light, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and for lots more tips and tricks, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. And do leave a comment in the comments down below, even a heart or a smiley face, because every comment really does help the algorithm. I want to wish you all a fantastic euphorbia plant powered day. Woo.